It is now getting real serious for Raise the Colour guys. You've got Ryan, Danny and the other guys. They've posted a video this morning. They're back heading over to France to try and prevent the boats from crossing from Calais over to the UK. As we know, they're trying to do what the others don't want to do. But they've put a short video clip out today, and the French and the UK, instead of trying to tackle the boats, are trying to tackle Danny, Ryan and the other guys. We're going to see that they have been detained. They've had their passports taken and they are being prevented from entering France. So let's play this clip, break it down. As always, once this video is finished, head over to Raise the Colours. Make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel, and Danny Tomo, he's got his own one as well, which this video was posted on. So head over to them, subscribe. You can head over to their website, donate. I'm going to be doing another video soon on them shortly because these guys are getting serious. They're trying to purchase a hell of a lot of kit and equipment to help with their cause. So that will be in a future video, but the link is in the description anyway. But let's see what they've got to say. Let's see what's happened to them early this morning.
We don't know what's going on. In our minds, we realised that this was the day we were waiting for. We knew they were going today, and they're trying to make us. We feel like they're making us miss the train. We won't be able to get on the beach on time. We won't be able to stop the boats. This is all orchestrated by the French authorities, probably by the British authorities as well, to detain us for. Are they coming? No.
So obviously, the weather is looking a lot better today. They don't make crossings when it's rough seas, poor weather. When the weather's clear, we see the number in boats and migrants crossing the English Channel with a sharp increase. Obviously, safety reasons. They're not going to make it across otherwise. So for the Raise the Colour guys, it's obvious that they were going to go over because they knew the boats were going. And for the French authorities, they most probably knew that when the weather's good, these guys head over. So they're most probably monitoring as well these guys' social media, so they know exactly what they're up to.
But yeah. Got our passports. Told us to be detained currently. Hello and good morning to you. It is now 2:25 in the morning. We were supposed to already be on the beaches of northern France, but unfortunately the French authorities detained us, took our passports and made us stand detained for over an hour. I was convinced that was it. I thought we were going to be prevented from actually getting to France, but I do believe that that was a tactic to delay us. We were getting the train a lot earlier this time to get on the beaches a lot earlier, and I think they knew that if we got there at that time, because this is a guaranteed launch for the boats, that we would be yeah, I do. I think it can't have been a coincidence. I think it was too it was too strange. No questions, no explanation, nothing. Just
Interesting, very, very interesting, because I am no lawyer, but I would love to know if anyone actually knows what they're doing. Like I said, if they completely stay non-violent, they don't harm anyone, they're just going over there to gather intelligence. We know what they've done with the boats, but their boats just buried in the sand. So could you get in trouble for that? Possibly. But what could you really detain them and arrest them for? And like he just said there were no questions asked. They've not been detained, taken away to a room, been interrogated, asked questions. It's, can we just take your documents, do some background checks, do it really, really slowly, make a few phone calls, and then it's looking like them now letting them proceed. So it really is, by the looks of it, just trying to slow them down. But why are they trying to slow them down? That is the question.
detained and then allowed to go on our way. We are now on our way to the shores. We have serious information, good information that the boats are leaving today, guaranteed. The weather is perfect. We have spoken to various French authorities, from the maritime police to the military police to the local police and to the National Police, who are the big boys, and all have mentioned today, this morning, to be the main day of the boats to be going. Our intention is to stop those boats. Our intention is to document also the NGOs that are assisting these migrants in making the trips from the camps to the beaches, and then in providing them with everything they need to be provided with.
NGOs, non-profit organisations, okay, so like charities, volunteers, basically feeding them, providing them life jackets, helping them, getting them ready, making sure they're all set up, ready to make the crossing.
We'll keep you updated, but things are about to start happening. Thanks.
So we are currently in the sand dunes. We arrived. The weather's perfect, and we're now just waiting. We think between the next hour, hour and a half. Likelihood of it. That is Ryan, by the way. Fingers crossed. The other boys up there, look, scoping it out.
I love this. Look at them in their little OPs, their little observation posts, as we would call them in the military.
There's the beach.
So that's all we've got at a minute. I've checked over both their YouTube channels. There is no other videos, but very, very strange, isn't it? They've made it there on time, so I don't know at the minute how today has gone. I'm sure they're going to post something very soon. I'll go to check their Instagram again to see how they're getting on, but seems very, very strange. I do understand in a sense, if you looked at it from a side, you've got guys that are going from the UK to France constantly, you know, hanging around the beaches, destroying boats, but they're not, from what I know anyway, like I said, I'm not a lawyer, are they breaking any laws? They're just going over there and they're trying to help both nations out. They're trying to prevent these crossings. So if they can be a deterrent, which is what we know, you know, they're out on the beach doing their reconnaissance and surveillance in their forming up points, waiting for these migrants to get onto the beaches to cross the boats. Why is there not police officers there? Why is there not soldiers there? Why is there not border force there already doing this job? If you can prevent the boats from crossing, so if we prevent the boats from making the crossing constantly from Calais over to UK into Dover, you then put in a deterrence, because then it then makes it way all the way back and people will stop coming to Calais. So it's not just helping out the UK, it's also helping out France, because they've obviously got the migrant issue in Calais and other areas up and down the beaches. And if you prevent these boats from crossing and you are to have a deterrence in, no more boats will ever make the crossings, you're going to then stop these migrants forming up in Calais, forming these migrant villages, trying to get into the UK, because they'll be like, well, there's no point going to France and to Calais because we can't make the crossings to the UK. So it's not just help. These guys aren't just helping the UK out, they're also helping the French out. They're also finding the boats. But it looks like to me they have some reliable sources. Like he said, he spoke to the French police, the French maritime, and they were like, yeah, this is a good day. We know that there is going to be a crossing today. When the weather's good, the sea's calm, there's crossings. We know that. Look at the statistics throughout the year and the previous years. They don't make crossings in bad weather, obviously, because the more likely they're not going to make it. Too dangerous. But they're not just helping out. And once again, these guys show it. I'd love to see how they got on today. So we'll wait for some more videos and we'll report on it later. But I'd love to know how they got on. Because why is it, guys, that they're trying to raise money? They're not getting paid for this. I love it. They're all kitted up in black, good to go. And we'll do a future video on the kit that they're after. These guys are getting serious, but it's also looking very dangerous for them as well. You know, they're looking for stab vests and everything to protect themselves. But why do we not have British and French border force, police, soldiers patrolling these beaches to prevent these crossings? With the amount of money, 500 million, £1 billion has gone into this so far. That's not including everything else. That's just what we've sent to France. That's not including the hotels, the NHS, the dental, the taxis, food, you know, sending out our border force patrols to basically collect them, process them, bring them into Calais, bring them into Dover, Like the amount of money is going in when all you got to do is just put some boots on the ground. Put some boots on the ground. Some boats in the water, boots on the ground. Consistent patrols. If you've got enough there, they're not going to make the crossing. Done. Simple. Simple as that. And these guys are doing it. They're getting massive support. Massive, massive support. Their channels are growing massively. From what I've seen, they're getting loads and loads of donations. The comments I read, the British people are really on side. And it's not just, you know, younger generation, my generation, middle-aged. I've seen people, you know, saying my pension's coming in, I'm going to donate. This is pensioners as well that are following what these guys are doing. So we know that it is a massive issue, and we know that it's most probably the number one issue within the UK right now. It's got to be the number one issue, and we know that. But yeah, comment below what your thoughts are. Like I said, head over to Raise the Colours -org-UK is their YouTube channel. Danny Tomo's the other guy who you just saw there. Raise the Colours, they've got a website as well if you do want to make donations. But these guys, you know, are really putting their neck on line in a minute. These guys, they don't want to be detained. They don't want to lose their passports. They don't want to get arrested in France. But they want to do what's right for the UK. And they're willing to put their neck on the line. These are just everyday guys. You can see in that video, they were nervous being detained. They don't want to be detained. They don't want to go to prison. They don't want to be fined. And they don't want to be attacked. But they want to sort the number one issue out in the UK. And that is this. So hats off to these guys. Thank you very much for what you're doing. You know, keep going. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.